Guys, gonna be a longer intro than usual, but stick with me, please, because this is the kind of video I want to be able to make. And I apologize for any background noise. I have a sick puppy. Here you can see him all wrapped up. He's not feeling well. So if you guys remember, the clips I'm gonna put up right now are from the video of what is possibly the worst knife I've ever had come in. And I really kind of raked him over to coals. I tried to be kind of like hoping that there was a redemption arc. Well, I received this knife from Brock, the new production manager over at Carnivore Knives. This is the kind of video I want to make. I don't like to be negative. And the fact that I can provide you guys with the redemption arc video on this knife. This is the knife that should have come. Brock did amazing work on this. This is 100% a knife I would recommend. And it's going to be a knife I recommend. If they can keep up this level of quality, and it's going to get better, because I talked with Brock at length, and you hear me talk about that in the body of the video because I've already filmed it. The footage you're seeing right now is of the original knife. I'm clipping it from the original video, and it, no joke, I'm going to have to beep out a lot of stuff. It was f***ing horrible. It was probably one of the worst knives I've ever had come in. And then to receive this, I'm not going to make it any longer, guys. We just have to crack into it. You've got to see this knife. It is absolutely night and day from what I got. So let's turn this around so you guys can see it. Guys, I know that was a longer intro. This is 100% a redemption arc video. I have to say that what's in this sheath, just being a knife by itself, not even comparing it to the clips that you saw in the intro. This is night and day, and this is a great knife. This, I saw potential in the one we had. I know you guys are wanting to see it. Ulti clip, handmade leather, Kydex sheath. This thing, we're going to look at it. I wasn't going to film this way. I was going to like do this after I did some testing, but I had to show you guys this knife and how good it is. First of all, look at the finish. You can't, I mean, that is just, it's impossible not to mention that first. Finish on the blade, fit and finish. The fullers, ground consistent, nice fullers in it. The weight, the handles, no hot spots on. There are no hot spots on this. I can get way up on it like this, even with that jimping being aggressive. Brock over at Woodson Knives is now the production manager. He knocked the sharpness off of those. And then I'm sure that the stonewash process he did to get this finish had something to do with it. Now, this is still a very, very rustic style knife. This is something that you're going to beat on. And like I said, I'm going to beat this out of this knife. We're going to see what it can do. The handles on this, night and day. These are G10 handles with a gray liner. They're still using some of the older blanks, so you're going to see there's some flaws in this. Like, I'm not trying to say that this knife is perfect, but compared to what it was, absolutely stellar. Brock did some amazing work on this. All of that stuff that was on the spine that made it impossible to use and hold, gone. All the sharp spots, gone. Everything that was on this was sharp, not anymore. Everything has been softened and cleaned up. Just look at that. To fix something like that, it does take a lot of work. I know that. You've got markings on it, tell you the steel. It's 80 CR V2, and this is 2024 number 25. This absolutely is a beast of a knife that I'm going to use, and I just can't get over like even the transition from the hollow into the belly on this recurve it's absolutely a different knife than what I saw. Nice consistent grind on this. The tip on it, perfect. No asymmetry to this. All of this swedge is nice and clean. Absolutely have fallen in love with this since it's been here. I can't tell you how much better this is. This is night and day. And for a company to find someone, like, I get it. They picked the wrong guy. They backed the wrong horse. And they brought this to Brock, and he has completely reversed course on what was done and fixed so many things in this knife. I mean, it is not the same knife as I got. This is absolutely something that's up my alley. I love this. Now, it did come with a Kydex sheath that Brock made. And I have to say, Brock, sorry, I took this comes with an Ulti clip, which is a very, very good clip. For something like this, I think it's a little too heavy for an Ulti clip for what I'm going to do. I'm probably going to actually reach out to a friend of mine and get a leather sheath made for this eventually. because Kydex just does. It beats up your knife. And I know I'm going to beat the crap out of this, but this is right now very, very attractive, apocalyptic looking. For me to say that they had a redemption arc, and like I said in the video I did before, I was hoping that they would take it as constructive criticism. Brock said he's glad the video went out. They did exactly what needed to be done to reverse course. So I don't want it always to be a negative thing. Just because I got a bad knife from them, were they able to fix it? Yes. This is 180 degrees out. This is so comfortable in hand. The weight distribution is so good. The fact that that ramp has got that jimping on it is great, but they did such a good job. Brock did such a good job that even when I'm up in the finger choil, even if I get up on it, it's not sharp. Nothing on it is sharp. It's like the difference between the first knife I got was a knockoff version of this. It's almost like I had the swap meet version of this knife, and now I got it from a known good maker. And I just can't tell you, like, everything's so consistent, and it is really sharp. Let me go get something, and I'm going to show you. We do a cut test on this. You know, cutting paper behind a camera can be difficult, but I'm really impressed with how sharp this is as well for such a big knife. Hang on just a second. So a lot of guys do cut testing and sharpness testing with notebook paper. I think that phone book paper is a better choice. And when I'm going to tell you right now, if you can do that with phone book paper, that is a very sharp knife all the way out to the tip. And it's hard to do because I'm behind the camera. This is a very sharp knife. And it's a lot of times on these thicker knives, that's not what you get. And a lot of times you get knives in and they're just not sharp. I cannot tell you how happy I am at the difference between this. Like, Brock just knocked it out of the park. There will be a testing video on this. I'm going to do some chopping. I'm going to do a lot of stuff. I don't think it's going to have a problem. Brock and I talked about the steel and what it can do and things like that. But like I said, I just wanted to do this before I did a bunch of testing. And Scott, over at SCAB, over at Choir Boys Cutlery, thank you for making sure, like, he reached out and made sure a lot of this is because of him that this happened. Like, they said they were going to send me a finished one, and prior conversations with the company, I wasn't 100% sure how that was going to work. I do know there were other issues at play, why there weren't communications, but I really think that this is something that is going to move this company forward. And I'm really happy about it. I wanted to do this after talking to Brock. He's such a good dude. And looking at the quality of work, even working with the blanks that were available, the ones they had before, and just correcting those issues. Big shout out to Brock. You need to go check out his website. He's got some gorgeous knives on his website for his own company. And if he's going to continue doing stuff like this for Carnivora, I think you're going to see big things coming from him. So that being said, have they redeemed themselves in my mind? I mean, I'll have to see how things go with the business, but as far as this knife, absolutely. I'm going to beep out a bunch of stuff in this video. It is incredible, the course change, just by hiring the proper guy. So Brock, all you guys, I really appreciate making this happen. Josiah, you've got one of these coming to you. I sent your address. So guys, let's turn this around. We'll do some final thoughts and send you out about your day.
There you go, guys. Well, with the intro being so long, I'll try and keep it short, but this is a knife now that I wanted. I'm glad that this came, and this is mine. They sent me this one. They didn't have to do that. They could have just sent the one that was going to go to Josiah so that I could do a side-by-side comparison, which we will do because the prototype is coming to me, and I'm going to test this, and I'm going to actually try to fix some of the things on the other one for Josiah, the prototype. But yeah, absolutely a knife that I would recommend. It is a beast, and it is a well-done knife. It is up there for a big knife like this, with some of the work tough stuff that Scott sent me. So big shout out to those guys for making it happen. Joe and SCAB and those guys for doing the live feed, and then for Scott to talk with those guys about making sure that they made this right by my friend. And then just to send me one. That's awesome. So absolutely, this is one of those times where a company absolutely got their redemption arc. So Guys, that's it on this one. You guys know what to do. There's links down below for my I didn't put an ad in, but there's links down below for my sponsors. They support the channel. 2 of them, Coffee Brand Coffee and Temper Trail. They have got discount codes built in. I've got affiliate links for all the major vendors down below. I've got Amazon store. Take those links, pin them to your browser, use them for any of the knife shopping and just general shopping you do. I've got a membership down below. Exclusive content, premium tier sharpening tutorial series. I've got, what else? I've got giveaways that I do, sorry, and a bunch of stuff, sorry. I'm so over the moon with this that I'm having a hard time thinking. So yeah, pretty much that's it, guys. There's also a public Discord down below. I love you all. Thank you very much for sticking around for this. Hopefully you guys can change your mind. I didn't want to try and ruin their business. So I love y'all. Keep it clean in the comment section. If it's your birthday, happy birthday, and I'll see you in the next video.